Okay, so I don't know that I've ever done a video inside the house before, but so my garden looks pretty gray outside, but I have decked the halls here and made it look pretty spectacular in here. I'll give you a little tour of a few of our rooms and let's go. So I'm a real stickler for cords, and I try my very best to hide all the cords. I won't point out the cord, but there's a cord right there. So that's our front door. And then when you walk in, I was always told the first thing that should greet you is a bar. And on our bar, we have one of our many collection of nutcrackers. My mother-in-law had nutcrackers, I think for my youngest brother-in-law, Will. He was obsessed with them, so she would kind of get one every year. And then my children kind of became obsessed with them, and nope, or I did, one or the other. But we now have lots and lots of nutcrackers. People give them to me as gifts, and we also collect them through the years. One year Mikey was in Hook, a Disney production play, and so that's where that guy comes from. And we just have various ones, some with a little bit more personality than others. But there's the bar that kind of greets you when you walk in. This flag was at my grandparents' home. So it's in a beautiful frame and with garland around it. Let's see. So here's another little menagerie of nutcrackers. I take out everything that are in the bookcases so that we can just display Christmas. This cutie patootie came from a good friend of mine, Meredith. Her parents had a little nutcracker collection, and she gifted me a few of them. This one, however, reminds me of Mr. Thomas Crozier, my neighbor and very good friend's dad. He had a twinkle in his eye and a very fluffy mustache just like that. He was no chimney sweep, but he was something else. And so, I don't know, I think of that one and I think it's little like Tommy, so I call that one Tommy. So, and then the other ones, like, as they come, they have their own little personalities. We have a hockey number 11. That was my brother-in-law's hockey number. We have a Viking because my mother-in-law always told my husband he was a Viking, but we really think he's German. And I've got a little Roman in me. So, and then it goes on and on and on. We have this big beauty right here, which he needs some company, that's for sure. He could use a tall partner there. I grabbed some beautiful poinsettias from Briggs too. I just kind of plopped that in the pot with the pothos, but I think it just changes it and makes it look really Christmassy. We have another little cluster of beautiful nutcrackers here. I love them all. They have their own little personalities. They're very cute. I believe we are up to number 67. So we might crack 70 on Christmas Day. We will see. We have not decorated the tree yet because we usually do that as a family, drinking eggnog. We have a VHS player, and we usually play my husband's old Christmas of them decorating the Christmas tree on the TV while we decorate our tree. And we like to do that by December 10th-ish. That's kind of a goal. So we'll be working on that this weekend, hopefully Friday night, and we'll be able to light the menorah, and that'll be a lot of fun. So that's what that bin is down there, all the Christmas decorations, and that's a lot. That's a whole nother tour in itself. But here's the mantle. I haven't done nutcrackers on the mantle before yet, but I did this year, and I'm pretty happy. I do love them up there. I wish I had some maybe taller, skinnier. Hi, I'm in the mirror. But I love them. And then this is okay, so the deer is from New Jersey. It's my dad's. Yeah, he's a hunter, so I don't know what to say about that. But anyways, we pull it out at Christmas time because it looks hilarious. I do light up that nose. So it's kind of a fun add-on. But this is, if anyone knows me, they know that I love the Dave Matthews Band. And so this is my ode to the Dave Matthews Band in nutcracker form. I hope to someday replace these nutcrackers with actual nutcrackers that look like the band because I'm so obsessed. Okay, maybe it's me, not Mikey, who's obsessed so much. But anyways, and I love this so much. And Mikey made that little Pac-Man thing in shop, and it reminds me of like when they have the concert, like all the lights, they have these big like scaffolding kind of things. So that kind of stays there all season. And then we have the garland over the window and the beautiful lights in the small little Christmas tree. I switch over all of the throw pillows so that we have all festive pillows all year round. But this is pretty bright in the nighttime when you're trying to watch TV. I always get one of the Yankee candles, the balsam. It smells so good in here. So there it is. So hopefully the tree will be done by the weekend, and let's check out the kitchen. So I love chargers to like dinner. Okay, I love all things china, glassware, silverware. I love to set a table, okay? Let's be honest. I love to really like go all out and set a table. If I opened any of these, like if that bar is full of glassware, this bar is full of glassware, that china hutch is full of china. So I love to set a table. I get it from my aunt. And I think it's beautiful to start with the beautiful chargers and then go with the beautiful dishes. I think this year we're going to use the green Wedgwood for dinner, which was my mother-in-law's aunt's china, and it's absolutely spectacular. But okay, let's start over here. This is kind of the more planning headquarters. I have a little snowman display up there. My auntie made that little snowman, and she is so adorable. So I just put the other snowman that I have over there. And then got some lanterns over there, and this might swap out. Like this will probably be dessert central in a few weeks once I start curating those delicious Christmas cookies. So, and then we have the Christmas table. I have a beautiful candelabra. No, it's not. But I have just a few garland, just a garland around the light fixture. I love this tree. It's nice and tall and skinny, and it fits perfectly in this little corner. And then, so this is the green Wedgwood china. I don't know if that's too reflecty, but it's beautiful. And I have like gold silver. I have gold silverware, so it looks absolutely beautiful. So this is just like a nice little collection too of like Santas. I just kind of keep them in this curio cabinet during the holiday. Santas, all kind of, sorry, that's obnoxious. I should do this instead. Nope. So I just have a nice cute little assortment of Santa Clauses. So I thought it would be cute if they were just kind of all clustered into this corner curio cabinet. This back piece right here, this Santa Claus, it actually has my husband's name on it. It says Philip. And I believe on the bottom it's got 1970. It was made for my husband by his grandmother, Grammy B. So we keep that in the special little curio cabinet. And then down here are some beautiful pieces. And these are actually paper mache Santas. They're really kind of cool. But another little treasure trove back here. This was painted by my aunt's mother-in-law. So that's my little Santa collection. So then we have a garland up above and a little Christmas stocking message. I have one of these beautiful, I believe it's German, was from my aunt, but it is really pretty and very intricate. We haven't been able to get it started, but because you have to adjust these little paddles just so, but the heat of the candles blows the little carousel around, and it's super, super cute. Can you tell we're farmers? We have like shoe racks at every corner. Okay. So, and then this is the kitchen. I don't want to give it too much detail. It's pretty messy, but I try to do garland over all the doors. I try to have cute little towels out. These are some platters that I hold fondly. The big beautiful blue snowman is from my husband's Aunt Sally, who has passed away. So that platter has become even more special. But what I love about it is she didn't mean to do it, but then a few years later she got me this cookie press and it matches. So then we received the platter as another little gift, and I thought, well, this just makes a cute little snowman trio. And then I inherited this beautiful red milk vessel from my aunt, another aunt, my Aunt Mimi from Norfolk, and I thought it looked really cute, and I just did like a little milk theme up there. So there's another little cream colored can, and then some of the cute little Crescent Ridge bottles are just, I've got them filled with pine cones. So that's kind of it for the kitchen. We spend a lot of time in here. I do a lot of cooking around Christmas. I am gonna start baking, and I'm gonna make this place a flowery mess. So, but let's take a little peek in the bedroom, and I'll show you the little touches that I do in there. All right, first I have to do a hallway story though, as we walk down to the bedroom. One of my core memories was one year my brother-in-law and sister-in-law were over Christmas Eve. We were drinking and having a good time, and we decided to take all my floral boxes and wrap them in red paper and draw bricks on them. And my husband built in this doorway this huge red bricked castle-like structure. He covered it in snow, It just looked magical, so that when the kids came out of their bedroom doors back there, they just approached this huge castle snowy structure before they could get to the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree is always in the same spot too. It's always, I've always kept it in that back corner. That's not true. Sometimes I did have it. I've had it at different places. But anyways, I remember waking up because you can hear Mikey's feet. These are Mikey's feet on the wooden floor. So anytime you hear that, that's little Mikey getting out of bed. But I could hear his little feet, and then I could hear the pitter patter down the hall, and just this huge, his breath was taken away, like by, you know, just a silly thing that we did the night before, you know, having a good time together, thinking, oh, that'll be fun to like have like a castle, like, you know. So anyways, that's a nice, cute core memory I have. But anyways, so here's the hall. Don't really do much down the hall. We do have always a cluster of family photos. That was something Phil's grandmother did that I adored, that you could walk down the hall and go over memories. So we have some family photos up there. We have a cute little growth chart. We have a beautiful picture of my husband skateboarding. These little Mr. and Mrs. Mousies were made by my aunt, and I absolutely adore them. They're perfectly at the end of the hall here. I almost want to do a cute little black cutout, like like they have a little mouse door or something. But this is the stocking that my firstborn Philip came home in. He was a December 28th baby. We went in on the 25th. We came home. Well, we came home after January, but long story. But so that was the little stocking he came home in. And actually, my kids made identical wreaths when they were in preschool, and that adorns their door. And I usually put a little stocking on their door too. So here is my bedroom. We have to do a little shuffling around of chairs. So the red chair that sometimes is in the living room or sometimes in the office actually is in here. And I find it to be a very cozy spot. I sometimes get my office work and kind of make myself a little coffee nook there with my office work. I've written many a CSA emails in this little spot here. It's kind of a good cozy feeling to it. But this year we put a bigger tree in here, and yeah, you can't sleep with the big tree on. You don't get to REM, and you get a little jittery after a few days. So we have everything. All these lights are actually on, believe it or not, remote control. So I'll show you at the end how I shut everything off. So my bed's a little frumpy, but I switch over to a nice red bedding, and I keep it there until February. And then I feel like by February, I'm ready to switch over to something a little lighter. This is another piece that my aunt made, and I think it is precious. I don't know how people have the patience to do, is this cross stitch? It just is beautiful. I love it. I want to get it put into a nice frame so that I do it justice. So this is our bedroom. Like I said, we don't really do much, but we keep it simple. My husband wears baseball caps, so he switches to his Santa cap for the season. And okay, so that's it. That's the house. We do have an office, but we're fostering some kittens right now. So no tree for them, even though I should Christmas tree train them. But they're a little rambunctious, and they'll be ready by Christmas. So next year we'll go overboard in the office. And the kids each have a tree, but I respect their privacy. But let me show you the remote controls real quick. So I have 3 remote controls, and then one of the remote controls hangs on Mikey's door because that does the hallway garland and the tree in his bedroom. And sometimes I just shut it off and you can hear him giggle from his room because his lights just went out. But these are great. And they even do like through doors, like there's lights in the office bathroom that this does. So off, off, off. You can see it like getting darker in the house. Off, 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 off. On, on, on. On, on, on. On. And then there's one set that's out in the living room that is on the wall switch. We never knew what the wall switch did, and then it was like, oh, it's the Christmas switch. So, well, thank you guys for coming into my house and taking a little tour. Maybe next year I'll have even outside all decorated. It is pretty funny how plain my house looks from outside. And how decked out it is in here. But Merry Christmas, everyone, from my house to yours. Bye.